There's one question that's been plaguing my mind recently, is if the anime community has become increasingly more toxic within the past couple of years. Let's find out. Coming as a semi-veteran, I say semi as respect to the boomers and the Gen Xers that, back...
Shut up, you weed!
Oh my god. No disrespect to the generation before me, the ones that had to go to specialty stores and get the VHS recordings of animes back in those days. I remember getting magazines of very old manga from my Aunt Cassie. Love you, Cassie. So yeah, my generation doesn't compare to their generation, but just saying, my generation, just looking at this current generation is what's wrong with you?
That boy ain't right.
Even Alejandro Sayu liked my tweet. Bless. Just basically being all back in my day! Legit, it took me a year to get the 4 DVDs of Pre-Tier, and this was back in high school where I was just, putting aside my money that I was getting from work to go to Best Buy, get a DVD of the latest episode of, the latest installation of Pre-Tier. And these kids nowadays are having, crying fits because some shows want to release episodes episodically instead of just shoving them all onto streaming services. Or the fact that, it's debuting in Japan, but it's not debuting right now. Why can't you guys just simuldub? Remember what I said all those years ago? Maybe simulcasting is a bad idea! I still stand by that. But there has been just some instances recently that is just making people side-eye the anime community. Again. It's getting all mainstream and shit, and it was okay, this is something I'm not comfortable with because it was niche when I was growing up. And just seeing all mainstream with hundreds upon hundreds of titles getting released every year, it is overwhelming, but hey, kudos to studios for getting more work. Hopefully they're getting fairly paid. But it's just a golden opportunity for a lot of amazing work to come out. But now, the whole community is being side-eyed because of these instances, and it's very questionable, let's just say. So let's just analyze these situations that have been popping up fairly recently, and just go over just the level of toxicity we're seeing. Let's dive right in.
Sure, why not?
So My Hero Academia. Why can't I finish that sentence? We all know where we're going with this.
Be afraid.
My Hero Academia is... What's the proper way to say it? Because it is sad that it is notoriously known as having the most toxic fandom. It wears the crown of toxicity, which almost seems rather unfair because it is such a straightforward show. It is such a beginner's anime that everyone can get into. It is so understandable, but still with its twists and turns and whatnot. So it is a fairly decent series. So why is it getting all of this toxicity? At least to the level of Horikoshi, the mangaka creator of My Hero Academia, getting relentless harassment and even life-ending threats. I hate the algorithm sometimes. All the way back in 2018, I hate that I had to say that, it was almost 10 years ago. Help me.
You are old Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white.
But almost 10 years ago, back in 2018, fans expressed extreme outrage and started the threats when Endeavor was getting a redemption arc. That same bastard that I placed in my video, top 10 most hated characters in anime. And this was when I barely got into the series, but people were telling me that they hated Endeavor. This guy literally abused his family. He was trying so hard to be the best, but he was always under Endeavor. He was always the second best hero. And that really got to him, so he was literally trying to push his family, the next generation, to be the best. That's why he specifically chose his wife, thinking they can collide fire and ice into the ultimate type of a hero. And when his children were just not adapting to this expectation, he just tosses them aside and pretty much treats Todoroki as this golden child. And so because of the unending abuse that he placed upon his family, everyone just wanted this character to suffer. Just give this guy unending suffering for the rest of eternity. But for him to get some sort of a redemption arc was just unfathomable. Like, they were just like, how dare you give this guy a redemption? But at the same time, like, if he's finally seen the error of his ways, it's one thing, but to put that as well as seeing what he did to his oldest child. Like, Dabi literally coming out, confessing that he was his oldest child, and just seeing, like, just the result of his awful parenting. To me, that had to have been, like, such a gut-wrenching moment. I was like, okay, fine, I'm an asshole of a parent. Holy shit, actually, what did I do? And just that eye-opening moment right there. That, to me, is more of an interesting arc compared to just, we hate him, let him suffer. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Great.
And then all the way back in 2020, you know, when we're all just having a great old time during that year, Horikoshi was getting unending backlash because of a character he named. A character named Maruta Shiga. A lot of people were pointing out the ties that character name had to a certain person in World War II that was infamous for human experimentation. Yikes. And while the author eventually changed the name and apologized profusely for the misunderstanding, the whole situation resulted in unending threats, and even China threatening to ban the manga. Goddamn.
That escalated quickly.
But of course, we know the most infamous drama to spawn out of the My Hero Academia fandom. Shipping! Help me. Okay, in my generation, we shipped. Like, way back when Anime America was born. I was into a few ships. The most infamous one I was a part of was the Vampire Knight one. Cringe. I know. I was Yuki Zero the whole way, while my friend was Yuki Kaname.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the
Hey Anna, how did that hold up? Whoop! We all know how that series ended, but anyways, shipping has been a thing, where we do think two characters are gonna end up better than most others. There's also the steamy shipping with same-sex characters. I remember the Kingdom Hearts fanfictions. My goodness. I knew a friend that wrote, oh shit ton of those. Like, oh my god. Like, when we were in our extreme yaoi phases, don't judge me. There were so many fanfictions of Riku x Sora, of Axel x Roxas. Like, it's insane the level of shipping that gets out there. And I just remember just the sigh of aww when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out and it confirmed Kairi x Sora. Just a teardrop. Some are in denial, still saying, like, one day he will acknowledge his boyfriend, but that's just how far it got. They did the fanfictions and the shippings. Got a little bit disappointed, but still, like, there might be hope.
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
But the one thing to remember is My Hero Academia came out at the dawn of TikTok. And cosplayers making all sorts of shorts of just them going to conventions and just interacting like crazy, but also going hard into the shipping, especially Deku x Bakugo. Like, they went hard on those ships. But if it wasn't made obvious with all the writings on the wall, it was confirmed at the end of the manga that yes, Deku is going to end up with Ochaka. Shocking, I know. And it's not to be disrespectful to your shipping. I was on those ships sailing away years ago. But for some reason, this fandom with these ships is just on a whole level, another whole level of just insanity. To the point where like there's just unending tweets and statuses and just shorts of just saying, y'all are wrong, it's gonna be these two, and just they're acting so in denial. But the ones that are just threatening Horikoshi because their shipping was not confirmed, y'all need to simmer down now. Just simmer down now.
Just simmer down now.
And there's a lot more I can comment about how I feel about the situation, but I think I'll address that towards the end. But now people are making the joke that, oh hey, now that My Hero Academia is over, those toxic fans are now finding a new target. Guess who? So I haven't seen Gachiakuta just yet. Let me just put that as a disclaimer. It does look interesting. There's just a lot on my plate right now, a lot of cool videos I want to try, but I am interested in seeing Gachiakuta. And recently it's received a ton of awards from the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, but there's also backlash from the community. Let's see why.
In the beginning.
Now, the creator Kei Urana has been incredibly active on social media. Along with the artist that she collaborates, Hideyoshi Ando, like they try to just post a bunch of stuff, getting in touch with the community, sharing any updates and news and whatnot, answering a bunch of questions. That was their first mistake. Welcome to social media, help. There were a bunch of fans asking for confirmations on shipping, especially the ones that they confirm of, even going as far as to demand certain ships to happen. And Kei Urana is like, please, can you stop sending me endless messages and just demanding I make certain ships happen? That was her second mistake. She was just asking, okay, I get it, but please stop, which resulted in just unending harassments from diehards that just want the shipping to be confirmed.
But what should we do then? Go away!
But also when she does post, about her art, they take the art and start editing it to their version, which shouldn't be as a surprise. It's what a lot of people do online. It's that mentality of, there, I fixed it. No, you didn't. You took someone else's work and altered reality to your liking, but whatever.
Takes a whatever will be, will be.
Then there was another backlash with the fans insisting that the character Tamsi was transgender. Just looking into the characteristics and the design they proposed, they assumed that the character was trans. Kei had to correct this and say, no, Tamsi is a male character. I made them male. And unfortunately, she got a ton of backlash because she wouldn't confirm what the fans were theorizing. They assumed that this character is trans. She confirmed, no, they're not trans, they are male. And unfortunately, she just got a lot of backlash and harassment for it. But then there was the cosplay incident where a video was posted of someone recreating a scene from the show. But unfortunately, because he didn't match the ethnicity of the character in the anime, and I don't know, probably didn't have a wig for said character, they decided to recreate the dreads with leeks. And they started doing the dancing while another person was just on the ground dead. Again, just trying to recreate the scene. Kei thought that was hilarious and liked the video and shared it, and that caused a lot of people to get upset. Basically for liking something that a good chunk of people deemed as insensitive and racist. She removed the share and the like, and came forth apologizing as she didn't really understand why some people were deeming it as offensive, but regardless, she apologized profusely for upsetting a bunch of people. And that wasn't enough. So of course, this resulted in Kei Urana deleting her ex account, basically due to the overwhelming amount of just drama and toxicity being thrown at her, because it just feels like no matter what she does, there's gonna be this huge amount of backlash just tossed at her. So she's just like, you know what, I'm done. I'm out, ex, bye. And the artist that she collabs with, Ando, tried to defend her. They backlashed against him, so he's like, alright, I'm out too, bye.
And don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven, because it hasn't.
Her final message on X was, alright, X, chaos is on the rise, and I've decided it's getting in the way of my creative work, so I hereby bid farewell to X, catch you somewhere else. I mean, it's sad. Like, she was getting accused of things left and right, up and down, for just trying to clarify a few things, so honestly, I don't blame her for stepping away from X. But sadly, the toxicity just doesn't stop with the fandom. Here we go with this one.
Dear everyone that worked on the newest episode of One Punch Man Season 3, never work on an anime again. You're a disgrace. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Ooh, these are some mean words.
So Nicholas Light was brought to my attention. Someone who got into One Punch Man and has been watching every episode up to the latest episodes of Season 3, reviewing every single episode and just reacting in such a way that it makes Nostalgia Critic look like a very quiet individual.
Just X!
Like, he presents himself in such a way where his word as a critic should be carried forth, and his opinions regarding, you know, how the episodes were made and the presentation and the quality thereof, it is a lot. And I get it. If you have strong feelings about the quality of the animation not meeting, you know, expectations, because like season 1, top notch, and then the quality just started to just die down ever since. With how he reacted in calling the latest episode like the end all be all, I'm done with One Punch Man, just screaming from the top of his lungs over how crappy the animation was, just how bad it was. It got the directors, the One Punch Man directors' attention, and he had to make this message.
I have some rather unfortunate news. There are a few people among my followers who are pretending to be allies, but are actually engaging in rage baiting, so I've decided to delete my account. Their actions, such as taking my statements out of context, trying to elicit comments that violate NDAs, or turning them into profit, are unacceptable and cannot be overlooked. I've always done my best for the fans with utmost sincerity, but I've come to the conclusion that continuing in this environment is untenable for this project. It's always the genuine fans who end up suffering the most. I cannot forgive those who tarnish the staff's honor or exploit the struggles of the creators for profit through hate. Therefore, I will also be deleting Senpai Nagai's account entirely. I will not create any accounts in the future either. I cannot overlook actions that degrade the work itself, so I ask for your understanding. Honestly, this has taken a toll on my mental health, and it only brings negatives to the work, the staff, and the original creators. But such despicable behavior is unforgivable. To the fans who have been truly kind to me, I want to express my gratitude and apologies. It was truly enjoyable. Goddamn.
Like with the videos I made in the past, you know, I gotta talk about animation sometimes, and I get it. I know it can't be easy, especially with the budgets that the studios are given. Looking at you, Netflix. They do the best with what they got, and I'm under the impression that One Punch Man is just being pushed to the ringer right now, just like expecting to produce gold with the pennies they have. It's not going to be easy. They're going to take shortcuts here and there because they have no choice. Am I going to take it out on the director and the animators? Of course not. Like for this guy to just come out and just be all like, you betray our expectations, One Punch Man should be better than this, and just getting angry over something that maybe the studio has no control over. They're just doing the best with what they have. It's sad that like people are sharing his videos or going straight to the studios and just demanding answers from the director and just giving them backlash, and it's just, why? I mean, there's the old phrase, if you don't like it, don't watch it. But this sort of behavior is just encouraging social media users to just go to the animators, go to the directors, and demand answers. Why? Like, why you gotta bully answers out of people that are just trying to do the best with what they got? If anything, put your money where your mouth is and go to Patreon and donate to any of the studios. I do. I donate to Studio Trigger once a month. All they ask for is $5. You could do that too. They can make stellar animation with the money that's given to them, but also with the money that's donated to them from Patreon supporters. Like, they're known as one of the best studios, and they're getting the support not only from the fans, but also from their supporters. There's better ways to draw attention to this rather than just screaming at the top of your lungs, demanding more for less. Like, Nicholas, what are you gonna get from this conversation? Just you screaming over something that you have no control over. Like, you could be disappointed.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
But just the overall reaction is just influencing others to behave the same way, and to take it up with the director is just uncalled. It's uncalled for. But from one influencer to another, why you guys gotta tag me in this?
I tried watching Clannad, so ass, bro. I tried, man. It sucked.
So, also Midge, a streamer, I guess. I'm not following streamers lately. There's only a handful that I follow. Shout out to Shalane Insane.
We lost the car! Ah! Stop!
I'll take you out too.
She has some choice words about Clannad.
God, I felt like such a pedophile watching this. What the fuck?
The thing that I want to bring up, which I said I was going to towards the end, I'll just repeat myself. I can't tell if she's just trying to be edgy for the rage bait, or if she's sincere about this, because all she got was a gigantic backlash. Like, this level of a toxic statement, calling people, I can't say the word, schmetophiles for liking Clannad. I mean, I hate Clannad. Like, I never got into it. Hate's a strong word. It was not for me. How about that? Clannad was not for me. I gave it my best shot. It's not for me. That ending just seemed a bit much. And everyone's like, just play the games, girl. Do I have time? Do I have time? No, I get it. I get the criticism of, like, you gotta play the games to understand it. I just never really got into light novel games. So I just took the anime for what it was, and I didn't like it. That was just my opinion. That was just how I thought about it. And I think I was just literally over-defensive with my opinions on it, because everyone around me was like, you don't like Clannad, you're not a real anime fan.
Yes. And?
But again, that was then, this is now. We're still talking about Clannad, and this lady has a worser opinion than me to the point where I have to defend Clannad. I mean, granted, I did chortle a little when she did this statement.
Does she not look like this?
I mean, they kind of do look like ants, but that was the style back then, okay? The style when the eyes were this long and they had no noses. That was the aesthetic, man. But again, this all contributes to, some people are saying, like, the outrage is just... it's just all fake, it's just all show, because we cannot tell anymore, because we don't know if any of these people are just saying things and doing shit just for attention. And yet they do this without really thinking about the consequences, such as... Okay, so I'm bringing up Gooseworks in an anime video, but here we are. But it's contributing to this whole argument of whether or not the community of pop culture, anime, streaming, YouTube content, just any sort of content that develops fandoms, are they becoming toxic? And the hot topic right now is Gooseworks with the amazing digital circus. Now, disclaimer, I choose not to watch the show. I think the last time I ever watched a glitch show was either the first episode or just the pilot episode of Murder Drones. That was the last glitch thing I ever watched. And that's my choice. You should know, or some of you should know, of my reasonings. Just a minor recap, like this is the ultimate TLDR. I was on their first show called Meta Runner. I was the voice of Theo.
It was like I was nothing and everything at the same time. Like the universe and I had become one, and all creation was laid out before me. Anyway, so can we go see our friends again?
And a good chunk of my friends are part of the show. My husband was a part of the show. He was the voice of Masa. And it was a great old time. Like, I love the story. I love my little boy. I will still have a special place in my heart for Meta Runner. And then when Murder Drones became its thing, it felt like the fandom for Murder Drones was rising up and overshadowing Meta Runner fans, even going as far as poking at the Meta Runner fans, saying, move aside, no one cares about Meta Runner, they should cancel the show just to make you guys suffer. That's something that, like, the fans of my show were, like, literally telling me, saying, like, this is how the Murder Drone people are treating us. Like, it felt a bit slightly underwhelming with our finale. Like, it felt like this amazing journey that I was on was coming to an end, only for Murder Drones to just overshadow us. And then the amazing digital circus comes in and it's like,
Out of the way, you!
how the turntables. But ultimately, my feelings to Glitch and why I don't really support them is with what happened to the voice of Tari, Celeste Notley Smith. She was there since day one, helping SMG4 and all of the series of Meta Runner, still chipping in every once in a while with SMG4, But then, out of the blue, with this one episode of SMG4, it turns out that she was replaced. Was she ever told? No. She was not told. And because we weren't really getting any real answers, I stepped down and I told them I wasn't going to contribute my voice to Glitch anymore. The animators are coming through with their stories over how the director and CEO, everybody, like of the higher ups, were mistreating the animators, making them work crunch hours and whatnot. Kevin came out with his supposed apology, defending himself with the animators, but not really talking about Celeste. And I was getting support here and there, just feeling downright terrible for Celeste and the animators. But I was also getting backlash from the SMG4 fandom, the Amazing Digital Circus fandom, telling me, like, we're just overblowing it, who the fuck cares? You know, how dare you guys accuse something greater than you? You know, that level of toxic responses. This is great.
This is fine.
I just stepped away. When I get eyebrows raised at me, how could you not like the Amazing Digital Circus? I give them a short TLDR, but tell them, you can like it. You can like it, you can watch it. I choose not to. Because I don't want to support Glitch. It's sad. I've always wanted to support them, but that's just the way it is right now. Now it's just... holy crap, what the hell's going on over there with everything that's happening with Gooseworks? It's sad. So with how the fandom has been treating Gooseworks is ultimately resulting in Gooseworks' mental state. First of all, there was a conversation that Gooseworks had online saying supposedly, do you think it's okay to drop edgy jokes with someone you deem as a really good friend? I think it's okay. To which someone just assumed edgy jokes means racism. And no, because of that joke I made, it's not saying that I'm making racist jokes. I make jokes about death. Like, this one is edgy, just racist jokes. Come on. Edgy jokes can be about anything, but still. We got, like, people on X, Twitter, whatever, just screenshotting everything and just trying to label Gooseworks as racist. Like, there was, like, a conversation at Gooseworks using the word nega, which is abbreviated for negative. But you know how the internet be. They thought that Crayola was racist for labeling the black crayon with the Spanish translation as well. Think about that. Just screenshotting every little thing that Gooseworks has that can label them as a racist. Going a bit too far, but again, with this conversation, we don't know if it's because they really just want to just bring the Amazing Digital Circus down and truly believe that Gooseworks is racist, or they're doing it for the holier savior than thou attention. Give me the likes and the shares and all the attention. See, look, I'm pointing out something. Like me, praise me, give me all the attention. Welcome to the goddamn internet. Yeah, it's just basically online virtue signaling. Look how great I am for pointing out that this person that you like is not that good. Love me.
Lord, give me strength.
Then there was an interview she had on a live stream where they were talking about the characters and whatnot, and she pointed out that the main characters were Pomni and Jax, which somehow triggered a good chunk of the fan base because they like to debate that Ragatha is also a main character or the main character. Which with all the advertisements I've seen, it's always Pomni and Jax. But somehow Ragatha is dragged into the conversations like, hold up, you forgot our queen here, Ragatha, she's the main character too. But they were so vocal, like they were just like so outraged, like just a highly vocal faction of fans became outraged, particularly those heavily invested in Ragatha, demanding she receive equal focus. Like, they truly believe, like, hey, she deserves as much focus as those two, she's the real main character, but they were, like, extremely vocal about it to the point of harassment, and it's just, why?
Why?
It ain't your story, it ain't your characters. If she says that Pomni and Jax are the main characters, end of discussion. But also, where is this discourse coming from? She's just answering a question and just saying that they're the main characters. Why you gotta be all like, actually, and just being so toxic about it? Like, calm the frick down! Calm down!
Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys.
Then, the episode 9 leak, which led to the saddest burnout tweet I have ever seen in my life. And that is saying a lot. Like, this shit is depressing. At no fault of her own, somehow, before the final episode could get unleashed into theaters, knowing Glitch, I saw this coming a mile away because literally, the Amazing Digital Circus is their bank. It is their golden child at this point. So of course they're gonna celebrate with the grand finale, going above and beyond. Hi, Murder Drones, we don't remember you. Just placing the final episode in theaters everywhere. And fans are excited, and there's like some backlash with how like even Markiplier was dealing with this, how like there's certain ways that you like ropes that you had to jump through to get anything published in theaters and whatnot. So they're debating with local governments as to like, please, can we just show this film in your theater, please? There's backlash with that and whatnot, but somehow somebody actually found a copy, like they hacked into the system. I don't know how, but regardless, they leaked the final episode. And people are outraged. They're just like, why? Same thing happened with Avatar. Nobody can have anything nice. And when they were like begging for Gooseworks for answers, like, how could this have happened? How could you let this happen? Her response was, who cares? The volcano that unleashed from that response is insane. It is just, wow. But at the same time,
Alright, I gotta leave, okay?
her response was just, damn. Because honestly, like, the diehards that are giving her a hard time were just going at her, like, not leaving her alone. Endless DMs and threats and whatnot. Just, how dare you respond that way? They were acting so aggressively towards that response alone. To which then she responded afterwards, I know people are upset with my response, which is fine, but I kind of just wanted to make a cartoon, and it ended up being way more trouble than it's worth. I really just can't keep my heart in this thing anymore. It's gotten too much bigger than me. I probably shouldn't be the figurehead of it. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened? I feel so bad for her. She probably thought this was the opportunity of a lifetime to have one of her creations get noticed by the one and only Glitch Productions, and to see the Amazing Digital Circus blow up, something that she made, blow up like this. Like, people would kill to have that kind of opportunity, but she's treating it like it was a curse. Because the backlash, the negativity, just the unending harassment and bullying she endured. I have no words, this is just insane. And here's one of Glitch's reactions. Hey y'all, we've seen some of the recent posts online surrounding Digital Circus and its community, and I wanted to take a moment to address it. Right now, there's a lot of noise online, and we know it can be exhausting and really make something you enjoy feel darker than it really is. However, when we think of our fans, we think of the artists pouring their hearts into every piece of fan art, the cosplayers bringing these characters to life in ways that genuinely move us, the people who show up to every discussion with thoughtfulness and heart, and the ones who built something genuinely special here. You are what this community is really about. The majority of this fandom is made up of people just like you. We've had the privilege of meeting many of you at conventions and across social media, and what we've found is a fandom full of kind, creative, and passionate people who genuinely care about the stories we tell. This is what truly defines this fandom. We've also seen the enormous amount of love and support from many of you for Goose since this has unfolded, and it meant the world to her and us. She feels really supported. What you've all built around this shows the friendships, art, and conversations is all real and what really matters. Take a moment to be kind to yourselves and each other. This community means something special to us, and we love you all, the Glitch team. I'm trying to wrap my head around it because we really can't be responsible for the actions of our fans. We honestly can't. It's just, I don't know what it says when they've always had somewhat of a toxic fandom, like the SMG4 fandom, the Murder Drones fandom, and now the Amazing Digital Circus fandom. But then at the same time, like, I remember the Meta Runner fandom just being incredibly wholesome and sweet, and the only negative thing that ever happened was just the harassment that Lottie endured, which was not okay. But that was mostly from SMG4 fans upset for Celeste Nolly Smith. And again, it was the Murder Drones fandom that was bombarding the Meta Runner fans, because Meta Runner fans were just seeing the attention Murder Drones was gaining, was like, hey, We want that kind of attention too, because Meta Runner is still a very good show, to which the Murder Drones fandom was going to town on the Meta Runner fans, to the point where when Meta Runner finally came to an end with the final episode of Season 3, a lot of them said, good, now we can get more Murder Drones episodes, stop wasting your time in Meta Runner. Again, how the turntables when the Amazing Digital Circus happened. Like, it was just, the memes were off the charts when that happened. I don't know what to say.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
So, to summarize this very long video, has fandoms in general, like, has the community itself, not just from the fans, but from social media people, has it become increasingly toxic? I mean, to answer this, there's always been some level of toxicity. I just believe social media escalated it. Like, it gave a microphone to everyone, and it's created this mark of society that is pressuring us to have attention, demanding likes. Nobody wants a boring 9-to-5 job or a guest customer service, job like I do. They want to be on social media, gaining likes and attention and money. It's the easy way of success. But some just want to be an edgelord and just poking fun at everything, making things worse because how dare you enjoy something, let me ruin the thing you love. There is an amplification because of social media. And again, we just never know if any of this is happening strictly for attention or because this is how they truly feel, that they want Horikoshi and Gooseworks and Kei Urana to just suffer. Because how dare you not do what I want you to do? This is my level of expectation, and if you don't meet it, then I'm gonna wish illy on you. So I'm trying to put it politely. And some will probably watch this video and think I'm overly exaggerating everything, and that this is just a small percentage of, the fandom, which there is an immense amount of support from the community. There's people who genuinely enjoy it, but it definitely feels like with this side of the community, from the aggressive fans to toxic influencers such as Also Midge and Nicholas Light, it's being amplified. Like, all the attention is on them. And it could be because of other influencers saying, look at this side and making videos of it like I am right now. Who knows? Maybe I'm part of the problem. We never know. We never know with all these statuses and articles and the reactions that we're seeing and just what is said all throughout social media. We will never know if it's genuine or not. If it's just there for attention, for clickbait, for rage bait. And you can tell why this is overwhelming. Like, a part of me just wanted to take a step back. It's just you're looking, it's that scene for Community where you come in with the pizzas and you see everything around you on fire. This is fine. So I want to know what you guys think of this whole situation. Do you think it's justified? Everyone on the outside is just giving us a side eye, seeing all of this. I don't think it's fair, because I know there's a lot of good that comes out of the community. And I hate that it's being overshadowed by all of this noise. I hate it with a passion. I hate what the aggressive fans are doing to those to the creators. I hate the influencers just saying things that are just like, are you okay? Are you okay? That just sums up my feelings. It's very overwhelming and disappointing, and I just want to bring more positive attention to the community because we deserve it. It just feels like we've come a long way, and for our niche little hobby to be in the spotlight after all these years of not being mainstream and just to see everything go up in flames. And yet at the same time, it's not just the anime community. There's plenty of communities that, do the same thing. Just like with sports teams.
Now, seconds after the game ended, chaos began as rioters started overturning cars. Our crew did not see police anywhere in the beginning to stop it. As the anger over the loss to the Boston Bruins heated up, rioters set fire to the overturned cars, and eventually riot police did move in.
They're totally chill and calm. But yeah, I just want to know, what are your thoughts? Is our community becoming increasingly toxic? Let me know in the comments down below. Coming up next, I will be re-releasing the Halloween Top 10 episode that was taken down a while ago because somebody watched the video and was like, oh, that's copyrighted music. Thank you, I'm gonna take half of your revenue. No, it was marked copyright free, but I'm not gonna share the revenue going forward. So I just unlisted it. I'm gonna re-release it probably in June. I actually did miss watching that video. And for my next review, I'm going to make a campaign. I'm making my own campaign because, you know, with all the attention I'm seeing with a bunch of older titles getting anime, perhaps I should make a suggestion. Stay tuned, Anime America. Bye!